Oh, it's a Katakawa Game Studio thing. So it's not, Oh, wait, that's RPG Maker. What am I saying? Okay. Already off to a great start. Yeah, and the lights are going to be a little bit dark today. It's still very warm. I'm trying to make things as good as possible. So I'm going to be a little bit more shadowed, but just deal with it for tonight. Sorry. Oh, that is a fast move speed. Which is sometimes the case with the engine itself. I just deal with it. Oh, never mind, just that one room was that way. My grandma had an NES in her house. They have a large family, so when my cousin... I have a large family, so when my cousins/siblings get together, it's pretty crowded. We each have one live as our turn, playing SMB. We revolve around one person's turn to the next as people died. Let me knock that audio down a little bit. As you can suspect, my older cousins realized that the sooner I died, the quicker it was their turn. When it was my turn, or the turn of one of the younger of us, my older cousins would take advantage of our gullibility and tell us to jump into that hole. It's a secret passage. I fell for it at least 7 times, and I had to wait for my 15 cousins to finish their turns all over. Been thinking about why I kept falling for that trick, because I don't think it was as simple as being young and kind of stupid. Well, that has to be part of it, but I watched my sister and my cousins around the same age also believe that in those hidden passages. But they quickly wised up and realized the rules of the game and its engagement. But I kept jumping into the pits, hoping that this time it really would be a secret passage. Maybe I really wanted an edge up that I badly, or maybe that badly, or maybe I couldn't realize what a lie was at that age. It seems like such a baby white lie sort of thing, but I learned something irreparable that day. What else matters? Jump into the pit, son. Let me play much longer than you can ever manage anyway. Let me just check. Okay, so we got Waluigi head. No items. No skills. No equipment. It's as asinine as that, but even as children we sabotage such and such. I had Mario 3 since I was real little. I think I was about 7 when I got it. I had seen the ending over 50 times using Game Genie. The music is so loud. I'm gonna knock it down even more. I had seen the ending over 50 times using Game Genie. I had seen the ending using warp whistles. I had beaten the game without cheating. But that day it was going to be different. After hours of playing, and with a score of over 1 million, I had made it to Bowser's Castle without using any kind of cheating device at all. I didn't use Game Genie. I didn't use warp whistles. I got a camcorder out and recorded the strain on tape. I showed how I still had all 3 warp whistles unused, and how there was no Game Genie attached to the game. I showed my amazing score. There was solid proof I had made it to Bowser's Castle without cheating. I didn't get to beat it though. The NES had been turned off. Who turned it off? I did, on purpose. I guess in the end I really didn't want to finish the game. At the time it seemed all important, you know, to finish my favorite game authentically. My friends would be in awe and I wouldn't have to tell any awkward lies. You know, necessarily. Something in me didn't quite resonate though. Something broke and I knew that that's not really what I wanted. The next day I beat the game using both warp whistles and a Game Genie. It was still fun. We didn't really know what we want. Not really. Okay, so it looks like there's a left and a right. Let's go right. Stargate. Oh wait, you already won, playa. It's weird, but when I was 4 or 5, I always played my Nintendo. Along comes kindergarten and I forgot the system entirely. I always played Zelda, Final Fantasy, and my 2 favorites, Super Mario Bros. And SNMB 3. So guess what? After kindergarten, I developed a fear of video games. Video game phobia. My situation was pretty much like this. Take me to an arcade and I'm in hell. The problem was, I was scared of losing. I was a perfectionist. Despite this, Mario and Luigi were my two first top heroes. When I entered first grade, they were my secret imaginary friends. But time passed and I forgot about them almost completely. I never got back into games. Don't really see the point. They take a long time and stress me out. Looking back, I don't really understand why I even admired Mario and Luigi. It must not have been their persons, but what they let me do. Growing up meant I didn't need them. Though in fairness, I still have problems with performance. That's okay though. I'm fine and happy. Video games don't fit into my life and that's alright. I mean, is there even anything worthwhile about video games? Okay, so that's the end of that road. Once I turned on Super Mario Bros. And it started playing really messed up music, and then it first showed Bowser sitting at the beginning of the first level. I tried pressing A. The Koopa walked on the screen and turned toward Bowser. When he got there, he turned into Luigi and jumped so high he wasn't on screen anymore, and he never came back down. He kept doing this for a while because it was pretty cool, but then the screen went black and all the music got messed up. I turned it off. A friend of mine dropped his Super Mario World outside in water, and I guess it got screwed up. When we started the game, we were on the map screen, but Yoshi's with Mario's on them, and all different colors, and them of all different colors were running around the screen. We checked out the 9th castle, and it instantly went to a fight with an oddly colored Larry. He killed Mario. We didn't return to the map screen. Instead, we watched Larry walk off the screen. Nothing else happened. We were stuck on the lava room. Mario's dead, and we killed him. Let's go left. Actually, let's start straight. This door will only open with 3 star power. Okay, so we can't go into there until we've acquired all star power, which we've gotten 1 so far. Stargates. Whenever I could play Mario 64, it wasn't on my own time. Either at a friend's or a relative's, my uncle, or my babysitter or whatever. Everyone else had Mario 64 but me. Eventually, I even got a Nintendo 64, but I never got the game. Paper Mario was alright. Thing is, I was relatively obsessed with Mario 64. The geometry entered my dreams at times. I kept thinking about how Mario felt to move and what all could be done. I wondered how many secrets were in the game. Now I've grown and I've bought it, and it wasn't so great. It felt ugly in my hands. It looked horrid. It was painful to control. Bouts of nostalgia did keep me entertained, but I wondered what it was all for. Could I just play for the pure joy of it? It was stupid in a flat word. Just running around collecting things. I confess I don't really get the same kind of pleasure from games I used to, but I thought this would be different, mostly because of what it imprinted on me. Of course, it was the same as any other. I don't know what I'm looking for. So many people speak of instant wonder and pleasure from this, and I sincerely wonder what it comes from. How does it come about? Are we all doomed to repeat pockets of pleasure, trapped in formative, definitive moments, because they feel strongest? Because they erode the crust and the grime and the burnt of modern life and modern hatred? I do not mean to say if you look and see it immediately, you don't see the truth. I do trust what other people think. Ultimately, it's just not for me. Still, I have to consider that there might be a fundamental sickness in culture. Okay, so we got 2 of the stars. We need 3 to get into the castle. Okay, this must be the flashing lights they were talking about. If you have issues with flashing lights, I apologize. I want to figure out a way that I can kind of display common ones in some kind of easy to tell way on the screen. But I haven't quite figured it out yet. Alright, so start again. There's the 3 stars. I was at my aunt's place playing Super Mario World when my dad came to pick me up. Since I was over there a lot, I played tons of SNES and made it to the special stages. There was nothing I could do, but I knew I was going to be tubular this time. Many had tried, taken, and failed. All I could do was shut off the system then and there. A kind of painful connection happened and I didn't want to play for a while. Some days later, though, I didn't notice him walk in. He asked questions and then out of character he asked if he could play. There was nothing I could do, so I started a new file and we started playing co-op. He wanted to be Luigi. No way I could have expected what happened. It was like a planer's shift. All tension eroded. He deferred to me about the game and I could answer in kind. We were affectionate in a natural way. Working together, a mutual respect of parent and child I've never experienced in my life. Our relationship continued like this until I disappointed him again. No kind of arbiter like that existed so conveniently. It didn't matter what I did or what I said in any context. Part of me thought that we needed an equalizer again. There never was healing. Not even an appearance of it. Again. As of now, I'm not even part of his family. I can't really bear to play Mario. Alright, that appears to be all those rooms. Let's head back over to the castle. Okay, I thought I got lost for a second. The mysterious power of the stars has opened the way. Oh god, what happened to Mario? You can't hate me. Oh, it's a fight. What is row? I mean, we've got no other attack. He killed whatever that was. I think it just allowed me to have more turns. You won. You found 1G. It doesn't matter. I invented games. What friends could you have made? What connection did you have without my existence? So many scramble to be just like me, to capture the notoriety, the fortune, the goodness, the connective tissue, some intangible essence, wanting the zeitgeist to be their own livelihood. Or they only know pleasure one way and they will recreate it, while I myself decline into homogeneity and be rewarded for it. Everyone loves me regardless of what I do. They love me and do not notice that I don't love a single one back. I still bring people together. What sort of power do you have? Exactly. And the game just closed. So that was Dismal Anhedonia Land. Yeah, so it was like a interesting kind of, I mean, it was, you know, they had the audio biographical of this person's own experiences regarding the game and the positives and negatives. And then it kind of ended with the fact that, yeah, Nintendo is not your friend. They're a bit of an asshole, to be completely honest with you. You know, the way that they treat their IPs, people who, you know, the fans and things like that. Yeah, that was pretty good. If you want to check it out for yourself, let me get you a link. Shit. 1 second.